Good morning, you guys. Hey, we back. This is dedication, right? This is true dedication. Our brother is traveling today and wanted to make sure that I still came on to give you the reading for the next for episode, what is it, 16, 15, 16, 17, one or the other. But anyway, I want to welcome you guys this morning. As I said, this is true dedication. I am here in New York, actually New Jersey right now, back where I was born and raised in New Jersey, and we're going to go through our 17. So we're going to be, I just landed in New Jersey, but I wanted to come on because today I'm actually, stay tuned, I'm giving away a free book today at the end of this session. So you better stay tuned because I'm going to give away a free book today. Big Nate, what's up, Chief? Hey man, I want to do a video with you. I want to do an interview one on Facebook one of these mornings, probably next week. So let me know what's a good day next week, because I want to do a live interview. And I just want to ask some questions, man. You know what I'm saying? You know I respect you so much, bro. And love all the things you're doing afterwards and all that, especially what you did during, after, before that whole journey. So let me know what's a good day for you next week. I hope you guys can hear in the midst of the airport. But again, I want to welcome you guys again. We are on the Next Level Motivation Principles for Living Life to the Fullness journey. I want to welcome you guys again. I believe we're at episode 17 today. We've been going through the whole chapters, and as you know, we went through what motivation is, self-love, discovery of self-love, knowing your value, what is motivation, the highway of life, seasons of life. We talked about your design for success, talking about your mind, talking about the different things in your body, the way that you were created, so that way you can maximize your potential. And so we talked about the memory, we talked about intuition, the power, unleashing the power of your memory, unleashing the power of your intuition. We talked about your perception, we talked about your reasoning skills. So we're finishing up chapter 3 today. We're going to get kind of in it right now. I hope you guys are doing good. Matter of fact, where are you guys watching from? Go ahead and chime in, and give me one word. Let's check in today. Give me one word on how you're feeling about today. You see, life, in life, you don't get so much what you want, you get what you expect, right? So you don't get exactly what you want, but you get what you expect. Everybody has on the inside something that they're expecting for today to happen. So give me one word on what you're expecting today to be. What kind of day is today going to be for you? Give me a word to kind of describe how you feel about today moving forward as we get ready to get into it. So, kind of pick up from where we left off yesterday here. Yesterday we talked about the memory, and yesterday we talked about the intuition. Today we're going to talk about the imagination. Okay? Good job, Wallace, productive. We're going to talk about the imagination. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I'm not sure if you hear me from here or you hear me through there. So give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me before I get started.
Once again, last call for Jennifer Smooth and Sean.
Pop a lot. What's up, baby? What's up, Chief? Up here in Jersey, baby. New Jersey Drive. In the wrong way. Brandon said he's tired. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. All right. So today we're in chapter 3, Next Level Motivation Principles for Living Life to the Fullness. Make sure you share this message. Okay, we're talking about the imagination. Here's what it says. Napoleon Hill stated, "The imagination is the most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivable, powerful force the world has ever known." Einstein said, "The imagination is more powerful than our knowledge. Our imaginations are totally unlimited. They can imagine an endless amount of possibilities for our lives. We'll use our imagination. For most of us, our imagination is largely unused. We'll use our imagination to create amazing fantasies, but we'll fail to take the action required to realize them. Everything around us started from someone's imagination. From the computer you may be reading this on, to the telephone that you're watching this on, all of this started from the imagination. Our ability to imagine our life as we want is an amazing asset. The subconscious mind, which silently controls our life, cannot tell the difference between a real event and one that is vividly imagined. In the book, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, countless examples are given of professionals who imagine themselves
Service
practicing
upon call,
and
United
simulating
Flight
an
1030,
action
National Service on
before
route
they
all
do it
customers
in
must
reality.
proceed to gate number
Jack
136
Nicklaus,
for
the
non-family
golfer,
furniture.
was highlighted
Once
for
again,
his ability to
549
visualize a
Flight
shot
1030, National Service
before
on
he
route
ever
proceed to
swung
gate
the
number
golf
136.
club.
Subject to
This
seat
can
loss
also
and
be
baggage
said about
removal.
astronauts preparing for missions in space low gravity simulators. Maltz also stated that we all must have a clear picture of ourselves performing the action successfully. This imagination practice can be more important than the form or swing the dynamic he adds. This is a very important component
Once
that I
again,
really wanted to
Jennifer
dive
Smoot
deep on
and
a little bit
Buckingham,
today
last
because
call for gate number
we think in
115.
pictures. And in order for you to accomplish anything, in order for you to understand anything, in order for you to do anything productive, you have to see it in your mind first. You have to see it in your mind. And so just as they said Jack Nicklaus, just as they said astronauts, and my man Nate is on here as well, and anybody that's ever played sport, especially at the highest level,
If any unknown person attempts to give
we
you
saw,
any
Nate
item,
saw
including luggage to
him winning
transport
before
on
he
your
ever
flight,
stepped in that
do
ring.
not accept it
Nate saw
and
as a
notify
boxer,
airline
Nate was a
personnel
lightweight champion,
immediately.
you know what I'm saying,
Do not leave luggage
lightweight champion of the world in boxing.
All carry-on
Nate
and
saw,
checked
he'll tell
luggage
you,
is
we're going to do a
subject to
video
search.
next week, he'll
Su
tell you
atención, por
about how
favor.
he saw
A todos
himself,
los
where he
pasajeros,
saw placing his
si algún
punches, you know what I mean, to the
desconocido
ribs, to the
intenta
kidney,
darles
you know what I mean, to the
cualquier
chin, to the
artículo,
right side of the head, to the left side. He saw himself doing his combinations. He saw himself swinging, you know what I'm saying, ducking and then countering back. He saw all of it even before he got into the ring. And so therefore the championship was just a manifestation of the things he already saw. You see, he didn't wait till he got into the middle of it for him to start thinking about how he was going to do it. He already saw it. He already imagined it. You and I must do the same thing. I can recall for me the same thing. I used to visualize, I used to practice visualization all the time. I used to literally, before every game, 4 hours before every game, I would always go get something to eat. I would go back to my hotel room, I would lay down, and I would turn the lights out, and I would visualize. And I would visualize myself making plays. The plays that I basically top 10 plays, I would visualize myself creating the plays that I was going to make in the game. You see, in the NFL, there's an average about 65 plays. On offense and then on the defense for 65 plays. And out of those 65 plays, the major difference, the major factor that made the difference in the game came down to about 3 plays. And so I knew for me, each game, even though I had to play 65 plays, I knew that there was about 3 to 5 plays that were going to be perfect for me to where I was going to be able to have the impact to change the outcome of that game. And so I would study my game plan, looking for that small thing, imagining when am I going to maximize this moment? What is my opponent going to do? What is my opponent going to do that's going to allow me to maximize, the opportunity for me to do it? Prime example, I never forget, we played against Peyton Manning against the Indianapolis Colts, and I was watching them all week, and I was studying all that they did. I was studying what they did when they was in 1st down and 10, what they did when they was in 3rd down and 1 to 3 yards, 3rd down and 4 to 6, 3rd down 7 to 10. And I realized that the defenses that our coaches would call, that if they called a certain defense, and then the Indianapolis Colts had a certain amount of distance to go in to get a 1st down, that if those 2 things lined up, out of the 65 plays, that was going to be my play. And so what happened was we got to the game, we was in Jacksonville, and Peyton Manning had lined up. He had Marvin Harrison to his right, my left. It was 3 by 1. I mean, it was 3 receivers to my left-hand side. And I remember our coach called a call, and the call was 3 buzz. And that buzz meant that instead of me going deep, I would act like I'm going deep, but then I would sneak down at the very last minute. And so understanding that, when they lined up, I saw that Marvin Harrison was lined up at a certain part of the field, that whenever he lined up in a certain part of the field and they had a certain amount of yards to go, that I knew that that was going to be the play, that if my coach called the same right defense, I was going to capitalize and I was going to be able to intercept the ball. And so I saw that, I practiced it, and when I visualized 4 hours before the game, I put myself in that situation. So lo and behold, long story short, We get in the game. In the very first quarter, they lined up 3 by 1. It was 3rd down and 7. Our coach signaled in from the sideline, 3 buzz. And I'm saying to myself when I lined up, I saw Marvin Harrison lined up on the field in the right spot. I said, here it is. This is the moment. This is the moment I was waiting for. They called the right call. Marvin Harrison lined up in the right place. It's the right down the distance. Here it is. And so, just like a little boy when he first get his first kiss, you know, you don't want to be all like super happy, like, you want to like be kind of calm and collected because you know it's about to go down, but you still got to make the play. And so as I'm lining up, you can imagine I'm getting excited on the inside, but yet I'm still trying to maintain my composure. And so Peyton Manning was under center, and he was like, green 80, he said, hut, you know, and then he snapped the ball. I act like I was going deep. I was acting like I was going to one side to give the illusion that I wasn't going to be where I was going to be at the end of the play. And then out of nowhere, Marvin Harrison came in like he did in the film, and I visualized him doing it. And when he came in, I came down and I jumped right in front of him, and Peyton Manning never seen me coming, and I got the ball and got an interception. You see, the imagination is what allowed me to do that. My ability to visualize something before it ever happened allowed me to do that. My question to you is, what are you visualizing for yourself? What are you using your imagination for today? What are you using your imagination for in your relationship? What are you using your imagination for in your finance? What are you using your imagination for the things that you desire? What are you using it for today? And so here's what I want you to do throughout the day. I want you to today, on this Friday, I want you to finish this Friday with imagination I want you to visualize yourself. Where do you want to be that you're not at yet? In your career, in your personal life, in just your accomplishment. It could be a hobby of yours. It don't have to be nothing serious. But the most important thing is that you start to exercise your ability to utilize your imagination. And so here's what I want you to do today. I want you to imagine yourself in any of these areas of your life better than you are now. And I want you to see yourself. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Who's around you? What are you saying about yourself? What are other people saying about you when you're operating in that? Sure, it hasn't happened yet, but remember this, the beginning, the seed of every ideal, of every product, of everything manifested, of every created, begins with an ideal. It begins with a vision. It begins with a visualization of the ideal. And so I want you to do that today. I challenge you. We're not going to wait till New Year's to start a New Year's resolution, to start visualizing. No, we're going to start today. Yesterday is history, right? Tomorrow's a mystery. Today is a present. Today I want you to open up your gift of life today. And inside that gift, I want you to see imagination as your key to take your life to the next level. And so I want you to do that today. In your finances, imagine, what are you going to feel like when you have financial independence, you have financial freedom? What are you going to do? What's the first thing you're going to buy? What are you going to invest in? Where are you going to go? What are you going to say about yourself? What are you going to tell others? What are they going to say about you? How about in your physical health? How about you taking your physicality to the next level? Okay, what does that look like? How are you going to feel? What clothes are you going to buy? What's the first thing you're going to buy new? What's the first thing you're going to do to celebrate? How are you going to celebrate? What are you going to say? What's the first picture you're going to post? What's the pose you're going to stand? What's the pose you're going to stand in when you get to that level? How about a new relationship? Maybe you're in between relationships right now. What does that new relationship look like? Okay, what does he or she look like? What are they saying to you? How are they loving you? How are they loving you? How are they taking care of you? What are they saying to you? What are those sweet things they're saying? What are the things that they're doing for you that you're not telling them to do for you? Imagine yourself coming home and that person greeting you. What does it sound like? What does it look like? Imagine it. See it first. So you got to conceive it before you receive it. You got to conceive it before you receive it. So what is that for you? How about in your job? Right now you're at one job or you're in between jobs. Well, what does it look like when you're at your ideal job? What does it look like when you're manifesting all your gifts and your talents and you are maximizing your potential because the gifts that you know that are hidden, that's been dormant, you're actually able to utilize them? You know, what about that book that you talk about writing? What about that song? What about that painting? What about that nonprofit organization? You know, what about that foundation you wanted to do? What about that reading program? What about that math program? What about the volunteerism? What about it? What does it look like? What do you see? Where you're doing it? Where is it at? There are no limits. You're right, Godmom Terry, there are no limits. And so understand this. you can live that way. The only nation that has no boundaries, the only nation in the whole entire world that has no boundaries is your imagination. That is the only one that has no boundaries. And so today, I encourage you to explore. Today, I encourage you to dream. And today, I encourage you to see it. It starts with an ideal and is followed up by action. Starts by an ideal, followed up by the plan and action. But today, we got to start somewhere. And today, we got to exercise that mental component called our imagination. It's our intellectual faculty. You have it, I have it. Nobody has one more than the other. It's just who uses it more. Know this, if you don't use it, you lose it. And so today, may we get back started one day at a time. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to report back to me. I want you to share with me right now. If you type in, what are you going to imagine today? Okay, if you're going to do this exercise, if today's going to be a day where you grow in your imagination because you're going to do this exercise, do me a favor, type a 1. I want you to check in. If you're going to do this exercise, type a 1. That is, you're going to utilize yourself today. Utilize your imagination where you're going to see it. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Who's around? What are you seeing? What are you going to do? How are you going to take a picture? How are you going to capture it? How are you going to capture it? That's what I want you to do. That's the exercise for today. It's not just to say, oh, Donovan, I got you. Hey, good message. No, it's about taking action and doing the work for yourself. Ayana Van Zandt is one of the ones I love to watch on TV. She has a show, Fix My Life, and she says it all the time. It's all about doing the work, but you got to give yourself permission to do the work. And so listen, man, on this day, on this Friday, or whenever you're watching this, I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Remember, this was episode 17. I believe 17 today. Don't forget, get your copy right here, Next Level Motivation, Principles for Living Life to the Fullness. Okay, we're going to finish up. We're going to finish up probably on tomorrow or Monday. I'm going to see because I'm visiting some family. Whether or not we're going to finish up tomorrow with chapter 3, and then we're going to go into some questions. So again, join me tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I'll see you back tomorrow at 8 o'clock, so we can go into finish chapter 3. And so now it's time. You're right, Wallace. Now it's time to get the free copy of the thing. And so here's what I'm going to do. Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to scroll up, scroll down, scroll up, scroll down, okay? And then I'm going to put my finger on whoever wins, all right? So I got all the names right here, and that's who's going to win, all right? All right, so here we go. I'm going to close my eyes. So you're like, Diamond, you was cheating. Up, down, up, all the way up and down, and there it is. And the winner is Rory Dubin. Rory Dubin is the winner today of a free book. Rory, your name has come up today. So you actually are the winner. Thank you so much for participating in today's session. I want to thank you for that. Rory, do me a favor, private message me where you want me to send this book as well. If Rory does not comment to me in the next 5 minutes, then I'm going to come back and I'm going to put another post and say, hey, we got another winner. So Rory, if you want this, congratulations, you are the winner of a signed autographed copy of Next Level Motivation, Principles for Living Life to the Fullness, which, as I said, you can pick it up on Amazon, but for you, it's going to come to you in the mail free of charge, all right? So listen, I want to thank everybody for being a part of this. You guys have an awesome weekend. I want to thank you guys for participating. Don't forget, these messages will be uploaded to YouTube, so definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel on there, all right? Thank you guys. Have an awesome weekend, man, and I'll talk to you guys later. Share this message for somebody else who needs an encouragement as well. Peace out.